computer. Okay. So as discussed, we will work on module 1 today, and we will do 50% of module 1 today, and then rest of the 50% will work in next session, that is tomorrow. Okay. And I will do small recap of module 1, what we have covered in our demo class. Okay. So that part I will help to cover again. So in module 1, what all things we are going to discuss. So first thing, we will discuss about the project development life cycle. Then we will discuss about the different methodology, okay, to handle the project development life cycle. So there are two very popular methodology are there in market, waterfall and agile. But nowadays, most of the projects are moving on agile, and they do prefer agile. Okay, since that is the market need. Okay, nowadays you can see in market things are changing very frequently. Okay, and you have seen the case of COVID recently. Previously, everything was like people used to prefer offline things. Okay, they used to go on shop and they used to prefer do all kind of marketing. Okay, but market demand change. Okay, due to COVID, people are not allowed to go outside, and if they want something on safest way, then they have to order it online. Okay, so there are many businessmen. Okay, they were not able to adopt that particular change of the market, so they lost their business. Okay, and there are many businessmen, they quickly adopted that change. Okay, like they created their website or platform, or they tie up with some other platform who is providing online service. Okay, so they adopted market quickly and they did exponential business. Okay, and there are many businessmen, or you can say business, or you can say client, they were not able to adopt that particular market demand and they lost their business. Okay, so that is the beauty of agile methodology. That is just one example. Okay, nowadays everywhere customer demand is changing. Customer they do prefer in different way. Okay, so if you are not meeting customer need, that means you are losing business. Okay, and to achieve all these things, we clients do prefer agile methodology. Okay, and to handle this agile methodology, we have many tools in market. Jira is there, ServiceNow is there. So we are going to work on Jira ticketing tool, and we will do hands-on experience also. Okay, it's not like theoretical part. We'll go on Jira ticketing tool. We'll do what all capability it has and how to use that capability. Okay, then we will discuss about the Scrum. We will discuss about the Kanban. We will discuss about the estimation and all. Okay, and we will discuss about the Scrum event and artifact and other things. Okay, so all this thing will be covered in this module 1. Okay, few things we started in demo session, but I will keep apart and will do it from scratch again, so you people will able to get better understanding, and you if we have any new people today, they will also able to understand things. Okay, so now coming to we discuss about this project development life cycle. Okay, so what is the need of this project development life cycle? So whenever you are going to work on any project, okay, so there should be some structured way to work on this project to make your project successful. Okay, if you will do things on haphazard way, okay, at the end you will not able to meet the project goal. Okay, or you will not able to meet the client requirement. Okay, so to do things in structured way or proper way, company do follow this project development life cycle. There are certain phases are there in project development life cycle, and again those phases are divided into sub phases. Okay, and there will be multiple, like in each phase there will be different people which will have key roles. Okay, so we will discuss about all those things. Okay, So first thing, like what all different phases we have in project development life cycle. So it start from the initiation phase, okay, and then so it start from the initiation phase, okay, where we do initial preparation about the project and then planning phase, okay. So in this phase, we mostly do planning how we will do this entire project from scratch to end, okay, and then execution phase. So here, like a different team member will come in picture to make this project successful. So they will do all the development, testing, and different activity here. Okay. And then controlling and monitoring phase. So here generally we release our project and then we need to monitor our project so that if there will be any issue with the project, okay, then we can fix that and we can help to run our client business successfully. And then we have project closure page. So in this page, generally like S&M team will come in picture, like support team will come in picture. So as a developer, you need to hand over all the documents, you need to give KT and all. So all those things will come in project closure page. Okay. So this is just high level. Now we will discuss about each page in detail. Okay. Let me check one thing. Okay. Yes. Okay. So first we have this initiation phase. Okay. So in initiation phase, like what we do? Okay. We perform the feasibility study. Okay. So let's say one client came to you and he told, I want to develop this application. Okay. And I want to get all the data from the Google system. Okay, let's say in Google, they have lots of data and he told, I want this requirement, I want all the Google data, but Google don't allow anyone to take that data. So that project is not feasible. So you cannot take that kind of project. Okay, but if he will say, I want to develop this application where customer can come, he can onboard, he can do online shopping and all those things. Yes, that is feasible. So generally here, like you can say senior team member will be involved like architect, then project manager. Okay. So those kind of people will be involved to check whatever requirement client has that is technically possible or not. Okay. So they do feasibility study. Then create a project character. Okay. So here they will create characters like there will be project. So here they will create characters like there will be project manager. Okay. And then there will be architect. Okay. We have scrum master like that. They will create different kind of characters here. Okay. So there will be one client manager. There will be one offshore manager, onshore manager. This kind of characters will be created. Then identify key stakeholders. Okay. Let's say what all systems will be involved here, who will be responsible for which system. So those kind of things will be identified. And then project management tool. So what project management tools we are going to use to manage the project. So in market, we have different tools. So we are going to discuss those tools also. Okay. So that kind of selection will happen in this particular page, initiation page. Okay. So this is very initial page. Okay. Here, like only key members, or you can say very senior members of the company will be involved. Okay. Then second, we have planning phase. Okay. So in this planning phase, we create a project plan. Okay. So now feasibility study is done. Now we know how many modules we need to work, like what all things we need to do, what applications we are going to develop, what is the objective of the client. Okay. All those things we have. So based on that, you can do like project planning. So project manager will do project planning. Okay. When development will start. Okay. Development will start on 1st of May. Okay. Then SIT will, when SIT will start. So SIT will start like integration testing. So it will start on 1st of June. Okay. Then when we have release. Okay. So project release will start on maybe 1st of July, like that. Okay. So project manager will do all the project planning. Okay. Then develop a resource plan. Okay. Then he will develop resource also. Like first thing, what all team members, like what all technology or the skills required. Let's say this is MuleSoft project and we have integration between Salesforce database, like that. Okay. So there will be resource planning. So there will be 3 team lead. One team lead 1 will be for MuleSoft. Team lead 2 will be for database. Team lead 3 will be for Salesforce, and another team lead will be there for DevOps. Okay. Now, inside this team lead MuleSoft 1, since we have lots of MuleSoft work, so there will be 4 developers. Out of this 4 developer, there will be 2 senior developer. This will be senior, senior. This will be junior developer, junior developer. In database, there is less work. So there will be 1 senior database developer, 1 junior database developer. In Salesforce, we have very less work. So there will be 1 Salesforce developer, that will be senior Salesforce developer. Okay. And in DevOps, we have work. So there will be 2. One is senior DevOps engineer, another one is junior DevOps engineer. Okay. So like that, this resource planning will happen. How many leads are required? How many developers are required? What kind of experience the developers should have? What kind of knowledge the developers should have? All those things will happen. Okay. Then define the goal and performance measure. Okay. So manager will make them understand what is their goal and what all things they need to achieve in this project. Okay. Then communicate role and responsibility that we had already discussed. Build out workflow. So we already discussed about this. Then anticipate risk and create contingency plan. If something will go wrong in between, let's say we are not meeting the SIT deadline, or let's say we seen like we cannot find any Salesforce developer at this moment. So can we start SIT later or not? Okay. So that kind of planning also will happen here. Then if something will go wrong, like let's say if some natural disaster will come, then who will be like there will be some team member who will work from, for them there will be different location and workplace will be provided, and those people will be responsible for that. So all those kind of things will happen in this planning phase. Okay. So anyone has any doubt on this planning phase or this initiation page? Any doubt on this part? Okay. If no, then we'll go for next page. Then we have execution page. Okay. So in this particular page, all the team member will be active. Okay. So whatever team is formed, so every team member will have responsibility, like project manager will do monitoring of the project, things are going well, on time or not. Architect will start providing the solution, what all API need to develop, what will be source, what will be target, how you will integrate, what all best practice you need to follow. Then developer will start the development, testing team will start the testing, DevOps team will start creating the infrastructure, and he will start creating CI/CD pipeline. He will start creating Azure repository so developer can do their work. Okay. Then Salesforce team will start creating custom object, or if any standard objects are using, so they will start working there. Database team will start working on the tables and stored procedure. So everyone will start working, and testing team, like once things will be developed, will be available on SIT environment, they will start doing testing. So all those things will happen in this execution page. Okay. So you like in detail, like so project scope will be identified, like how many modules are there, when which module will be delivered, which module will start first. So all those things will happen here. Project plan and execution will start. Roles and delivery, like each members will start doing, like giving their delivery. Okay. Then there will be communication between team members, stakeholders. Okay. So all, like for requirement part, for any clarification, for any doubt. So teams will collaborate and communicate with each other. Then development and testing will happen here. Okay. So till this page, like mostly we will be focused on the development testing kind of things. Okay. And then after this, we have next page, okay, where you will deploy your code on production, and then you will do monitoring and all. Okay. So in this page, first thing, you need to build and release your code, whatever you have developed or whatever project you have developed. Okay, that will be moved on production. And after that, there will be monitoring kind of thing. Okay. And if there will be any issue on production, then it will be troubleshoot and it should be resolved. Okay. So all those kind of things will happen. We will do risk management and then perform status meeting and report. Okay. So all those kind of things will happen in this control and monitoring page once your project will be deployed. Okay. And after this, we have last page. Okay. In last page, what we do? This is the closure page. As I mentioned, once developer has completed their activity, project is, we did go live of the project, then we need to do project closure. So here, like there will be multiple activity. So key activity will be providing all the KT session to SNM team. Okay, providing all the documents, organize all the project document in centralized location. Sorry. Take in inventory and deliverable, tie up and lose in. Okay, hand the project of the client on the team. Okay, so maybe they have different support team from different companies, so you need to provide them all the KT and everything. Okay, so all those things will happen in the closure page. Okay, then once this page is done, that means that project is delivered successfully. Okay, and what we did last time to understand those things practically, what we did, so we did one one discussion on the online project also. So let's try to do that discussion again, so you people will get more clarity. Okay, so here what we will do, whatever page we have discussed, we will try to correlate those page again with our one of the requirement. Okay, let's say I want to develop one e-commerce website like Flipkart or Amazon. Okay, I want to develop one e-commerce website like Amazon. Okay, so what all things we will do in different phases, so we'll discuss. Okay, so here we got one requirement like we have client as a Amazon and he want to develop one e-commerce website for his new business. Let's say he want to start new business and he want to develop one e-commerce website. So what all things we will do in the project development life cycle? So we will discuss that part with the help of this particular example. Okay, so what will be first page? That is initiation page. Okay, so can anyone tell me if I want to develop this website, then what all things we will do in this initiation page? Anyone want to try this? Like what should be, what all activity we should have in this initiation page?
So how should the website look like? Like how many kinds of departments should be there? It should involve only kitchen or only clothing, such kind of departments.
You mean to say characters, okay?
Yeah.
And then first thing, like before going to character, first thing we should do, that is feasibility, okay? So
Yeah.
whatever they need, that is feasible or not. Okay, so first thing you need to do feasibility, then you need to go on different department, what you mentioned, that is character. Okay, and then you can say character or stakeholders. Okay, and then what tools we are going to use for this particular project development. Okay, so all these things will happen in initiation phase. Now coming to planning phase. Okay, so what all things we will do in planning phase to develop this e-commerce website?
So what type it should be, whether it's a rest or soap or whether it is a webhook kind of thing. We
REST and
need.
SOAP, you mean to say API you are discussing, what, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. No, actually that should not be part of the planning phase. Okay. That should be in execution phase.
Okay.
Okay. So here, generally we do planning like when project will start. Okay.
Okay.
When we will do SIT, when we will release this project. Okay. Then how many team members will be there? What will be role of each team member? Okay. And then we build like how many modules will be there, okay, and when we will deliver which module. So all those things will happen in planning page. Okay, now coming to execution page, can anyone tell me?
So the same, like what will be the source and what will be the target.
Yeah, so here, yes, you can like for development purpose, you need to know what will be source and target, then what will be scope of this, like how many release will be there in each release, what will be scope of the project, like what module you will cover. Okay, then like everyone like will start working in term of development. Okay, so like whatever developers will be there, they will start the development, tester will start the testing, DevOps team member will start the setting the pipeline and all. Okay, all these things will happen in execution. Okay, then what about the controlling?
Policies and deployment environments.
Yeah, so release will be here. Okay, after release, what all things you will do?
Deploying policies.
Policy like okay, that
Controlling
is
comes
part
under
of release
policy.
only. So within deployment only, you need to apply policy, security policy first, and then you need to do deployment. Okay, so all those things will be here only. Yes. What next?
Building the pipelines.
Sorry.
Pipelines, building the pipelines.
That will be in part of execution.
Okay.
Okay, creating pipeline and all will be part of the execution phase. So here, mostly like controlling and monitoring. So after post deployment, okay, so you will be responsible to monitor the production environment. Is you need to monitor, is there any error? So if there is any error, what is the reason of that? If you have configured the alert and all, you need to monitor the alert and you need to see what is the reason of the alert. Okay. If any issue with the code is there, if any functionality is not working as expected, you need to troubleshoot and you need to fix it and you need to deploy it again. Okay. So those kind of things will happen in control and monitoring page. Okay. And then project closure. What will happen here?
Handing over the project to the team or to the stakeholders.
Sorry.
Handing the project to the stakeholders or team.
Correct. So here we will hand over all the project related things like documents, source code. We will provide all the KT to support team. So all those kind of things will happen in this project closure page. Okay. And at the end, we will have one e-commerce website available in market. Okay. And customer can use this. Okay. So these are the things we have in project development lifecycle. And whenever you are working as a DevOps engineer, or whenever you are working as a developer, or whenever you are working as a manager or architect, you should be very clear about all these phases. Okay, so you cannot start directly development. Okay, if you are not following any project development life cycle and you are starting with development, then at the end you will not able to deliver the project. Since you have to do in systematic way, in well-managed way, then only you will able to deliver project successfully and on time. Okay. In IT, this is also very matter. Okay. You are delivering your project on time or not. Okay. Let's say you have taken one project and client, you committed with client, you will deliver this project in 6 months, and you are delivering same project on 1 year, then there will be 100% guarantee next time that client will not come to you for next project. But if you have committed for 6 months and you are delivering within 5 months, 6 months or 7 months, and your client is happy, then definitely they will come to you for next project also. Okay. And many times client do prefer commitment rather than money. Okay. There are many clients, they are ready to pay good amount if you are committed to work, if your company is committed to work, if your team management, everything is committed to work. Okay. So you have seen, maybe many people, many of you are from IT background only. So many of you have seen your project is moving from one, like whatever project you are working, so that is moving to another company. Okay. So what can be key factors there? Since whatever client expectation was there, like your company is not able to meet that expectation.
Ravi, I have a doubt. May I ask you?
Sorry, what you mentioned?
I have a doubt. Who
Yes.
participates in initial phase and planning phase? If I am changing my career to DevOps, I'll be
Yes.
looking for developer role. Are architects only participate in initiation phase and planning phase, or else even developers as sometimes takes part in initial phase and planning?
So in planning phase, you will be hired or you will, sorry, one minute. So in planning phase, okay, you will join the team, okay. So they will hire you from outside or within the company, okay, and they will allocate or hardlock you in that project, okay. But your work will not start in this planning phase since developer is responsible for development and deployment. Okay, developer are not responsible for the planning when project will start. Okay, when SIT will start, who will be team lead. Okay, so those things is not in hand of developer. Okay, so in this page only they will select who will be developer. They will take the interview and all, and they will select who will be developer, and you will be locked in that project. Okay, but your work will not, developer work will not start. Mostly in this phase, developer work will not start. Your
No, I'm
work will
asking,
start from
are
here.
they going to take any inputs from developers in these two phases, or else only project managers and architects will take care of it?
In planning phase, they will hire you, they will lock you in that project. Okay, so you will come in picture in this page.
Okay, they will ask some suggestions from me about if I am a developer.
Okay, that planning page, yes. If your architect, you are like you are having good experience, no matter you are not architect, but your architect may consult with you, your project manager may consult with you. Okay, like I am planning to start development here, and I am planning to start SIT here. So do you like they may come to you to take suggestion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You will not be key member here, but yes, you will be part of team. So definitely you will join the meeting, you will join the discussion, and you can share your thoughts.
Okay. So it's important to learn about what happens in initial phase and planning phase, apart from development. That is why I asked this.
Sorry, I missed your last sentence.
So it is as important as learning about development, learning about initial phase and planning phase, so that they may be asking some inputs.
Yeah. So definitely, like here, you will not be part of as a developer. You will not be part of team. Here, you will be part of team, and your small involvement will be there. And definitely, you will be consulted. They will consult you. Okay, contact you for different discussion involved, and they will share things with you, like higher management. You can say architect, project manager, or
Understood. Thank you, Ravi, for clarifying it.
and so now from here we are going to start things from like new things which you haven't seen our demo session. Okay, so till this point we have seen project development life cycle, but to make this project development life cycle, there are different methodology are there, okay, which we use to structure the project and to structure your team workflow. Okay, so here what we do in this project management methodology, we follow some rules, we follow some principles. Okay, and what is the end goal of this? To make your project structured and to make your team workflow structured. Okay, so those kind of things we do in project method, like using project methodology, you can say. Okay, and what are different popular methodology are there? One is waterfall model, and then another one is agile model. Okay, so these are the popular project management methodology are there. Okay, but as I mentioned, nowadays this one is trending, and there are many reasons behind this why this one is trending. So we already discussed few things, and we discussed real-time scenario also about the COVID. Okay, why clients do pay for this one. Okay, and there are many projects are there which is following mix of these two. Okay, neither they are following complete agile, neither they are waterfall, they are following mix of these two. Okay, so there are many clients are in market. Okay, so let's start our discussion with waterfall model. Okay, so in waterfall model, like it's very simple one. Okay, so it's very easy to understand and it's very simple one. Okay, but since if any change will occur, then you have to do things from start. So this thing is now very difficult to accept in coming scenario of the market. Okay. So that's why this methodology are there in market, but very less. Okay. So in this model, we can see we can map the task from beginning to end. Okay. So what happened here? So there will be requirement page. Okay. And then so there will be requirement page and then design page. Okay. So we'll start from the requirement gathering. So whatever you have seen, okay, that 5 page initiation and then planning. So this is also same thing only. Okay. But at the very beginning, like maybe in our demo session also I mentioned in market, they use this like project development life cycle. Different places you will see different naming. Okay. Sometimes they take 5 page, sometimes they take 6 page. Okay. But the core concept is same. Okay. So here also we have in this waterfall model like requirement gathering, then design phase, then development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I'm back. So, as I mentioned, like there are multiple phases in the project development life cycle. And what we do, like using this different model, waterfall, agile. Okay. So here we define some principle to follow those phases. Okay. Like in waterfall model, we follow those phases from top to bottom. Okay. How like waterfalls from the uh, you can say hills and all. It follow from top to bottom. Okay. Water cannot go from bottom to top. Same thing happen in waterfall model. Okay. So once you come from requirement to design phase, you cannot go back to requirement page. Okay. If any change will occur, then you need to start from scratch. Okay. Let's say you started the requirement gathering. Okay. You done with that. You went through design page. You completed the design. You identified this need to develop. And then you went to development started. And then you see this particular thing is not possible. Here, developer realized whatever requirement was there, okay, whatever is designed, that one part, like out of this 100 things, one thing is not possible. Okay, this might be possible. Okay, in here in requirement page we do feasibility study, but it's not like every time your feasibility study will be 100% correct. Sometimes someone might do mistake, or technology, due to technology constraint, or things are changing, you cannot achieve here. In this case, what will happen? You need to start things from scratch. Okay. Then here your project is stopped, and again it will start from here. Next time you went on testing, and oh sorry, you went in testing phase, and something went wrong here. Okay. Tester identified something and which is not acceptable in any scenario. Okay. In that case, again, there is change in the requirement. So again, it will start from top. Okay. And this time, everything is done and everything is successful. So here you can see, here things will start from top to bottom only. You cannot go back from here to here. You must either need to complete from top to bottom, or if anything go wrong, you must need to restart it. Okay, so that's why I mentioned here, we map task from beginning to end and work in that order. You cannot change the order. You cannot go back. Okay, and that is the problem of this particular waterfall model. Okay, but you can see here, things are very straightforward and things are from top to bottom. So it's easy to understand. Okay, that's why this model is very simple, and this model is good if you have a small project. Okay, if there is any small project, then this model is more preferred model, and this model is more convenient since it's a easy and everyone can understand, or you can correlate things very easily. But if task is complex, if your project is very big and complex project, if you will go in this project, then it will be very difficult to deliver project on time. Since anything go wrong, you need to start from scratch. Okay, so that's why here I will mention like what advantage and disadvantage we have. So here we have one advantage, that is simple organized view. You see, from top to bottom, you need to do things. And what is the disadvantage? Not flexible. If any change, you need to start things from scratch. Okay. So that's why nowadays, generally client do not prefer this. Okay. Until unless project is very simple and very small project. So suitable for a small project, scope is fixed and clear requirement, well documented. Okay. And anyone has any question on this waterfall model, you can ask. Whatever page we discussed, like what all pages are there. So that is same of project development life cycle, what all page we have seen. Okay. As I mentioned at the very beginning also, and again I am mentioning, so you will not get same name here like initiation, then different page like planning page. So different places you will see name, but objective is same. So here also you are doing requirement feasibility study, you are identifying stakeholder. Here you are planning, you are doing designing, okay, and then team formation, and then here you are doing development. So things are same only, but naming are different and number of pages are different. Okay, so don't be confused and don't be misunderstood with this thing. In market, you will get different name and terminology, but you can easily understand and you can easily correlate things. Okay. And this part I already discussed, advantage, disadvantage, and then where we should use this waterfall model. Okay. If anyone has any question, you can ask quickly. Otherwise, we'll move for next part.
Yes, Ravi. Can you please explain that how these models are relating with DevOps?
Okay. So coming to this part, let me quickly go back. So maybe if someone joined our today's session only, he hasn't joined the demo session, then yesterday in demo session, I explained what is the purpose of DevOps. Okay. So what DevOps do, okay, whenever we do any project, okay, we have different phase like planning, then development, then testing, okay, then release, deployment, then monitoring, okay, like that. It has different stages. Okay. Where DevOps comes in picture? So when your planning is done, your development is done, and now you want to automate the process like testing, code quality review, deployment. So all those things you want to automate through CI/CD pipeline. So all those things you want to automate through CI/CD pipeline. Okay. This continuous integration, continuous deployment. So who will be responsible for this? DevOps team will be responsible for this. Okay. So in this waterfall model, we have different phases. Okay. So all these phases we have like this. Okay. We have planning phase, design phase, testing. Then we have release, deployment, maintenance, like these pages are only. Okay. And here, once development will start, at the same time, DevOps team member will be also response, like they will also have different task and activity. So when development will start, so first thing developer need repository. Okay. So what DevOps team will do, they will go to GitHub. Okay. In GitHub, they will create one organization. Inside that organization, they will create project, and then they will create here repository. Okay. And inside this repository, what you will do as a developer, you will develop your code here. Okay. We will discuss in detail about all these things. Okay. So you will develop code here. So who will do this? Who will do this setup? DevOps team member will do this setup. Then once you completed your development, you will commit your code on repository. Then there will be CI/CD pipeline here. Okay. So pipeline will be responsible to take code from here, and then it will deploy the code on environment. Okay. So who will be responsible to do this deployment? And then like if you want to automate the testing process, if you want to automate the code quality. So in all these three phases, okay, DevOps team will be like they will have lots of activity in maintenance phase also. Okay, here like if you want to set up the monitoring tool, like if you want to set up the Dynatrace. Okay, so if you want to set some kind of alert, so there also DevOps team can do different activity. Okay, like for Dynatrace setup, he can help to set up the Dynatrace, and he can help you to configure different endpoints which you want to monitor. Okay, so in all these pages, DevOps team will be involved, and he will do different kind of activity, creating repository, creating CI/CD pipeline, and creating this Dynatrace setup of this Dynatrace monitoring tool. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now coming to Agile methodology. Okay. So in Agile methodology, first thing, you can see this keyword, iterative approach. Okay, this is the key concept of Agile methodology. So this is iterative way, and here you can see this is the first iteration, this is the second iteration, and this is the third iteration. So what we do, like design, development, testing, deployment, and review. So this is the first iteration, and this is the one project development life cycle. And after that, we will have launch day. Okay. Now let's take same example of Amazon.com. Okay. And in this example, like in sprint 1, like we decided to complete the onboarding functionality. Okay, so I'm going to discuss in detail on this part. Okay, so we'll spend maybe 10-15 minutes. So in onboarding functionality, we are talking about the registration. Okay, so whenever a website is ready, customer will do registration. Okay, so we want to develop that feature, how customer will do registration, login, reset credential, forgot credential. Okay, so these are the different set of functionality. We are going to work on this onboarding model or sorry module. Okay, and this we have targeted in sprint 1. So can anyone tell me which page I will decide this onboarding functionality should be in part of sprint 1? So it will be part of page 1, page 2, page 3, when this should be decided.
Phase 2.
Anyone?
Feasibility will be checking.
So let's say page 1, 2, 3. So how many people are in page 2? Tell me one by one so I can take count.
It's me.
Okay, let's put in chat. Okay, everyone put their comment. Okay, like which page it should be. Let me see how many people are applying for which page. Everyone put in chat. So if you are not getting chat, then now you will get one pop-up. Just open that pop-up. So I can see someone with name Cherry, page 2. What about others? Which page it should be decided this onboarding module should be developed in sprint 1. So Imran, page 2. Okay. Yeah. So everyone is correct. I can see 3 response, 4 response. Yes. All are correct only. So this should be decided in planning phase. Okay. Now we have lots of things in agile methodology like creating backlog, like project backlog, then sprint backlog. So all those things we will do very detailed discussion. No need to worry on that part. So now things are decided in planning phase, and in sprint 1 we should have all these things. Okay, and then all the design and everything is done for this registration API, and developer has started the development in this page. Sorry, yeah, here developer has started the development. Okay, and then when it come to testing, then SIT testing it passed. Who do SIT testing? Testing team do the SIT testing. Okay, and when it come for UAT testing, user acceptance testing, they fill. Okay, okay. So how we design this one? Let's discuss that part also. For registration part, how we design? So first thing, customer will fill their detail. Okay, and they will click on submit. Okay, then customer will receive OTP. Okay, or customer will receive one. Okay, let's do it this way. Sorry. So first they decided customer will fill all their detail. Okay, and then one link will be generated, verification link, and that will send to customer email or mobile. Now customer will click on that link and his account will be activated, then he can do login. Okay, so this was the initial journey of this registration flow. Customer will go to company portal, he will click on registration feature, he will put the verification, he will put all the detail. Once he will click on submit, one verification link will send to email or mobile, and then customer will click on that and verification is done successfully, and he will go to login, enter the user ID password, and he can do the things. Okay. But at the time of user acceptance testing, they felt, okay, what they felt, this particular journey here, the customer is providing their everything like password and all, and due to some reason, if he is not clicking this on verification link, okay, if he's not verifying his account, okay, still we have customer detail in company database. Okay, so I don't want to maintain this dirty data. Once customer will verify successfully, then only I want to maintain the customer data. Otherwise, for us, like this, what company will we do this with this data? This is dummy data for company. Okay, so they at the time of this user acceptance testing, they found, okay, this should not be there. But project has one deadline also. This should be released on this date. Okay, so what they did, still they approved it and they completed deployment. Okay, and at the time of review, they given some feedback. Okay, we don't want to maintain the customer dummy data. Okay, so who decided this? Like architect team, they decided this flow. Okay, but when they did user acceptance testing, they see once they do fill all this detail, and if they are not clicking on verification link, they can see in company database this detail is there, and that is dummy data for them. So they don't want to maintain, so they given their feedback here. Okay, so they are okay with this approach, but they have some review here, they have some feedback here. So what will happen? So this will be released on release date only. Customer will follow the same journey, but what architect team will do? So they will plan for new design, which they will do in this sprint too. Okay. So here you can see customer has regular feedback and which can be achieved quickly. Now in sprint 2, they have changed this particular design, and now they are decided first customer will fill the detail. One OTP will be sent to customer. Okay. Now customer will enter the OTP. Once he will verify himself successfully, then only we will create customer detail in company database. Okay, means once customer verification is done successfully, then only we are creating customer detail in company database. Means this is so here we are having only verified customer detail only. We are not capturing any dummy data. So that thing we will achieve in sprint 2. Okay. Now customers have given their review and immediately they got their review is incorporated in sprint 2 only. And this date it's got released, and this time customer is happy. Okay. So in this you can see we have iterative way. Okay. And here we have regular customer feedback. If same thing happen in waterfall model. Okay. If same problem will happen in waterfall model, then what we need to do? We need to start things from here. Everything is stopped here, and we need to start things from here. Then definitely we will not able to meet the deadline for that particular thing. Okay. So here we have two clients. One client is following waterfall model, another one is following agile methodology. For waterfall model, they don't have anything, okay, on the particular date. But for agile methodology, they have something that is not very convenient in term of use, like that is not very much user friendly or very much, that is not very customer, so you can say client friendly, what client is looking for, but they have something from where they can start. Okay, now maybe next month they will get exact thing what they are looking for. Okay, so here we don't have regular customer feedback. If something will go wrong, we need to start things from scratch. But here, if something will go wrong, then we can immediately achieve that in next release. Okay, and here we can achieve. So here it's not like we are working on onboarding only. There might be small change. So we have bandwidth and we can work on the payment part. We can work on the card part, card management, or we can work on order management. So as per plan, other things will keep going and we will have this additional work. Maybe for that you will get additional resources, or maybe if this task is not very important, so instead of delivering in sprint 2, move it for a sprint 3, and this time deliver this and this only. Okay, so there are lots of things to discuss in agile methodology, like how we are moving things from backlog to project backlog. So all those things we will discuss. Okay, but this is just high level. If anyone has any question or query till this point, let me know. Okay, so hope everyone clear till this point. And as I mentioned, this is very interesting and simple also. So
Hello.
yes.
So the sprint planning, do we need to finish all the sprints planning at the beginning, or we will be doing after completion of one sprint, then we'll go for the planning for the second sprint like that?
Okay. Yeah. So that part we will discuss in detail, but you have
Okay.
already asked. So generally what happened, okay, at the time of planning phase, okay,
Mhm.
like phase 2, okay.
Yeah.
We used to create all the backlogs. Okay. So here you will have project backlog. Means what
Okay.
all things you are going to deliver in that project.
Uh-huh.
Okay. These many things are there. Task 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now project is going to start. Okay. So here, before starting the sprint, there will be a sprint planning call there,
Mhm.
with the help of Scrum Master and business owner will be involved, and they will identify what tasks should be moved from the project backlog to sprint backlog. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
and how they decide this based on the priority, which task should be delivered first. Okay, what is the priority of that task? Okay, let's say
Mhm.
to run any online e-commerce business, this onboarding is very first thing. Okay, order management, they want to automate entire process. Okay, let's say they have many process: onboarding, payment, order management, inventory management, cart management. Okay, all these things
Mhm.
are there. Okay, but to start any business, this uh, onboarding and payment or card, these three they identified. These three is very critical or must things which they need to start their business. Okay, so they will start putting this thing in their sprint backlog. Okay, and these things they want on later release. Okay, release 2. Like, let's say this and this they want in release 2. So what they will do, they will keep it into project backlog. Okay, once sprint 1 is done, in sprint 1 only, few days prior, there will be sprint planning call for sprint 2. At
Okay.
that time, sprint 2 backlog will be created, and based on the priority, task will move from here to here.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay. So here, once you are doing things, then for sprint 2 backlog will be created here.
Okay.
What all tasks should be in sprint 2 should be created at this point. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Anyhow, we are going to do detailed discussion on this part. What is backlog? What is Scrum? What is Kanban? Then what is capacity plan? Okay. Then different kind of call like grooming call, sprint review call, retrospective call. So we are going to discuss all the technical term. Okay. As a DevOps engineer, you will not do those like you will not structure all those things. That will be task of Scrum Master. But since you will be part of team, you need to follow that one. So you need to aware of all those terminology. Sorry, today I have cold and cough, so maybe like I'm coughing in between, but yeah, maybe next class will not have. Okay. So next, like we will discuss about this advantage and disadvantage. So first thing, it's a complex organization view compared to waterfall. Okay. So this part, I hope you people already realize this. Okay. So Agile is very simple and straightforward, but good for small project. And Waterfall is simple and straightforward and good for small requirement and project. But Agile one is a bit complex compared to, it's not very complex, which you cannot understand. It's a simple only, but relatively it's complex compared to waterfall model. Okay. But what is the advantage?
It seems to instead of pros,
Yeah.
cons. Okay.
It should be here and it should be here. Sorry. So advantage will be flexibility. Okay. And disadvantage will be a bit complex compared to waterfall model. Okay. And what kind of project we should use this Agile methodology? So if you have very complex and big project, it's a shorter development life cycle. So you have seen there, like we used to have sprint. Okay. So every sprint we do release. That means we are delivering something. So that's why shorter development life cycle. We are completing one life cycle, project development life cycle. This is the another project development life cycle. This is another. So this is very small development life cycle. Okay. Generally, waterfall model will be one release will be in 3 months. Okay. Or maybe 6 months or 1 year also. Okay. So I started my first project with waterfall model only. Okay. And I started in 2014. Okay. And then I left that organization in 2000. Let me remember. I think 18. I left that project in 18. It was 14 and you can assume 15 only. Okay. So we completed one project in 17 or 18, let's assume 2 to 3 years. Okay, that was my first project. Okay, we delivered first time we seen our project as a go live after 2 to 3 years. Okay, before that we were doing development testing. Okay, that was my first project, and currently I'm working in one project. Okay, where we have deployment in every 2 weeks. Okay, every 2 weeks we are doing deployment. So what we are developing in this sprint, we are seeing at this moment. Okay, so you can see difference. Okay, and nowadays very rarely you will see client, they will wait for 3 years to deliver the project. They want things very quicker. Okay, and like nowadays you can say 99% project they will use this only, until unless that project is very old project or something, or very small project. Then regular customer feedback. So every time you will have feedback here. Once things are delivered, then you will have feedback here. Transparency with customer. Okay, or you can say client. Okay, so they will able to see things, they will able to understand, and they can provide their feedback quickly. Easy to change goal. Okay, so here if you want to change goal, okay, let's say here we were planning to deliver something else, and we identified that it's not appropriate or user friendly, we can change our goal here. Okay, so all this plus point or advantage we have, and things are there. Okay, which is giving popularity to this agile methodology. Okay, so to work on this agile methodology, okay, there are different frameworks are there. Okay, so what exactly that framework is there? That is rules, or you can say patterns and workflow. Okay, that is there, which help you to deliver that projects using agile methodology. Okay, so that framework is again is you can say concept to deliver things. Okay, so what all different frameworks are there? We have Scrum and Kanban. Okay, so these are the different frameworks are there in market. We have Scrum and we have Kanban. So we will discuss about the both. Okay, and we will see practical things also. Okay, how we will go on Azure board, and we will create this kind of thing. Okay, so there are many different you can say service providers are there. Atlassian is also there. That is also very popular service provider for this Scrum. Okay, and then we have different other vendors and things are there. So we will discuss about that. Okay, so first let's discuss about the Scrum. Okay, so here uh, we have different value, principle, and practices we will use. Okay, and this is the one of the very you can say popular framework is there to manage our agile projects. Okay, so in this Scrum, like we have different role, we have different responsibilities are there, and we have different key terminology which you need to know. Okay, so we will discuss about all those things in next class. Okay, so today we will not discuss all those things. Okay, so first you can digest what we discussed so far, and tomorrow we will be more focused on this Scrum framework and Kanban framework. Okay, so in Scrum, like we have different like you need to know different terminology and role and then things. Okay. So just now you have seen like when I was explaining the agile methodology, I have shown you this diagram. Okay. It was not exactly like this. It was like this. Okay.
Are this Kanban and Scrum comes under Azure boards?
So here I will show you Atlassian product. Okay. To understand in this very detail. In Azure also you can do this thing. Okay. But Atlassian product. Okay. Jira ticketing tool, you know, correct? Have you heard about the Jira ticketing tool? Okay. Anyhow, we will discuss. Yeah. So we will discuss on that part. Okay. So sprint and things like this Scrum and things I will show you through Atlassian product, and that is very popular in market. Okay. Like we will discuss in next like tomorrow class. But here, let's understand few terminology like in Scrum. As I mentioned, in Scrum, there will be many key terminology which you need to understand. Okay, like sprint, Scrum Master, story, task, bug, then story point. Okay, then different kind of meetings. Okay, like sprint planning meeting, daily stand-up meeting, retrospective meeting. So different kind of meeting you will sorry. Sprint review meetings are there. Sprint retrospective meetings are there. So those kind of terminology you need to understand. So today we will discuss on high level and tomorrow we'll go in detail. Okay. So first thing like sprint. So here you can see in our agile methodology, we have iterative task, we have iteration. So each iteration is known as one sprint. Okay. So this particular iteration is one sprint. Then again, we will have next iteration that will be sprint 2. And this is sprint 1. Okay. So whenever we have Scrum, we are following Scrum framework. So whenever term will come sprint, that means one iteration. Okay. Now you will say for that one iteration, how many days is required? Okay. So based on the project decide what should be number of day for one sprint. Okay. So most of the project, they do follow 2-week sprint. Okay. This is the most of the project, they do follow this. But for different projects, some places you will see 3 weeks, some places you will see 4 weeks, some places you will see 1 week also. But this will be very common. Most of the project you will see one sprint will be for 2 weeks. Okay. It will start on Monday and it will start on, Monday, Friday, Monday to Friday. So it will start here, it will end here. So generally there will be 10 working days if your sprint is having 2 weeks. Okay. And how many working hours will be there? So that part, some places I have seen 1 day equals to 8 hours. Some places I have seen 9 hours also. Okay. So that part, but mostly it's 8 hours. Okay. Generally company working hour is for 9 hours, but 1 hour they consider as a break, your lunch break or whatever. So 8 hours will be considered as a 1 week, or 1 day. Okay. 1 day will be 8 hours. Okay. So here you will get total 10 working day and around 8 into 10 hours. Okay. Now if there will be any holiday and all, then what will happen? Sprint end date will not change. Even if there is a 5-day holiday, still your sprint will end here only. Then you will say how you will able to deliver all the tasks within 5 days only. So whenever sprint planning will happen, they will check the capacity plan. Okay. So whoever will be Scrum Master, they will check capacity. Okay. So previously, if we have two MuleSoft developer and each developer can do 80 hours, that means he can do 160 hours. But now we have 5-day holiday, so he can do only, both the developer combinedly can do 80 hours only. That means he, Scrum Master, need to take less tasks in this sprint for MuleSoft developer. For other people also, but for MuleSoft developer also. Okay. If any holiday or things are there in your sprint, that doesn't means your number of day will change in sprint. Still, it will be 10 days only. Okay. But working day will be less. Okay. And based on your capacity, you will get less work. Compared to other sprint, if you have 10 working day, you will get more work. Here you should get less work. Okay. And as a developer, you have full right on this part. Okay. If they are assigning tasks beyond your capacity, then yeah, you can highlight this thing at the time of sprint planning. Okay. So there will be one refinement call there. They will assign you task at that time. You can highlight this thing. Okay. Generally, how you will highlight all this thing based on the story point. Okay. What task is assigned to you and what is the complexity of that task. Based on the complexity of task, you will define the story, you will tell the story point. And if Scrum Master or your lead or business will not agree on that part, then they will have discussion with you and you need to convince them. Okay, what is the complexity for that past task and why you selected this 8 story point or 5 story point. And if you are not able to convince them, you have to reduce this story point. Okay. And your capability and your performance will be decided based on the how many story point you are delivering in each sprint. Okay. Every sprint, there will be sprint review call. Okay. Or you can say like Scrum Master will review who is delivering what. Let's say you are delivering 1 story point and other developer is delivering 5 story point. He has same experience than you. Okay, then definitely you will be in trouble. Okay. And one more thing, like this part, many people has confusion. Anyhow, I will discuss in detail story point part, but many people has confusion. 1 story point, that means 1 mandate. That is completely wrong. Okay, 1 story point. Okay, if you are getting any task, okay, let's say you got one task to develop YAML file. Okay, and you decided there will be, this will be 1 story point based on the complexity. If other developer is coming, you are junior developer and other developer is coming, for he also got similar kind of YAML. It doesn't mean he will develop, he will put it 0.5 story point. Okay. Technically 0.5 doesn't exist, but I'm just, let's say this is 3 story point. And he will not put it 1 story point. Since complexity is same for both of you. Okay. For this developer also, junior developer also, complexity is same. And senior developer also, complexity should be same. If it is 3, then it will be 3 for both. If it is 1, then it will be 1 for both. But as a junior developer, you are taking 3 mandates to deliver this, but he is taking 2 mandates only to deliver this. Okay, so this is possible. Okay, so first thing, story point is not related directly proportional to mandates, but many places I have seen. First, maybe they are not aware of this Scrum, like they don't know complete concept of this Scrum and all, and they will correlate things like 8 story point means You have to complete for 8 mandates. And they will do estimation also like that only. If they will think you will take this task for 8 mandates, then they will give task story point at 8 story point. But that is completely wrong. Okay. Story point tells the complexity of the task, not the how many days it will take to complete the task. Okay. Now, based on the developer skill set, based on their capability, based on their prior knowledge, they can take different mandates to complete this. Okay. So here we learned about few key terminology. One is sprint. Okay. Sprint is each iteration in the agile methodology, which contain one complete project development life cycle. Okay. And here we have like there can be sprint of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Standard one is 2 weeks. Okay. And in each sprint, developer will get different tasks. Okay. And based on the complexity of the task, he need to assign the story point. Okay. And then he need to deliver that task in number of days. Okay. So let me know if anyone has any query. Otherwise, I think we are good for today. Okay. We'll continue on top of that. Like we will continue on the Scrum part. And maybe few of you people, maybe to avoid your confusion for few of people, this is not task of DevOps engineer. But once you will work in a project as a DevOps engineer, you need to follow this set of principles. Okay. You also need to follow the sprint. You will get tasks. You need to define the story point. You need to complete in different mandates. So you need to aware of through this framework, you need to be aware of this process. Okay. Creating this sprint, creating task will not be your responsibility. DevOps engineer or any other developer is not responsible, but they are responsible to manage this cycle. In this cycle, there will be some part where DevOps engineer will be responsible to deliver things. Okay. And they need to deliver all those things by following all those concept, terminology, and things. Okay. So now you are open for a question if you have anything. Otherwise, I'm good for today. And we'll continue on top of this and we'll complete module 1 tomorrow.
Ravi, for Scrum and Kanban, we are using Atlassian Jira, you said, right? Can we do using Azure boards?
In my all project, I did using this Jira ticketing tool only. Okay. But how you
Are
can
both
create...
similar?
Sorry?
Azure boards and Jira both similar?
Azure board and Jira board is similar. No, they are different. So yes, you can do. In Azure also, we have all the capability. Okay. There
Because
also
we are learning
you can
everything in
create,
Azure.
in Azure also you can create tasks, you can create sprint, everything you can create. Azure has that capability. Okay. So here in this class, we will show you most popular thing. Whatever tool you will use, their way will be same only. But here we will show you one of the most popular things trending in market. Okay. Azure part also we will try to show you. Okay. But Atlassian is one of the most trending product at this moment to manage Scrum and all in market. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think let me take one quick thing. So sprint planning part. So we discuss about the sprint. So in sprint planning, generally what all things we do, we decide what to do, how to do, and who will do. Okay, we already discussed on this part. Okay, and at the end we will have output. Okay, what to do? This will be decided by Scrum Master. Okay. How to do will be decided by architect, team lead, or someone. And who will do? Like developer will do all this thing. Okay. So all this thing will be part of this sprint planning. Okay. So whenever you are working on sprint, so first thing will be sprint planning call. There, all this thing will be decided. Okay, so you people are now open to ask your query if anyone has.
So when is the next class, Ravi?
Tomorrow.
I mean the timing.
Same time.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope everyone clear till this point. I cannot see any questions. So anyhow, we started. So this moment people will not have much question, but yeah, once we will go on the CI/CD pipeline and all, definitely you people have lots of questions. So fine then, we are good for today. So I will try to upload this recording as soon as possible. So initial few class, I will make it public. Okay. Since people will come to know we are going through these classes. And then like after that, it will be private session and you will get access on your email. So I will collect all those things.